people call you that phrase, it girl.
Right.
Do you like it or hate it?
Hi loves, so today I decided to make a video for you guys. Instead of like you having to read a blog, you get to like watch one. So today I decided that I kind of wanted to talk more about how I take my pictures, where I get my inspiration from, as well as how I edit my pictures, because that might be helpful for y'all to take your own pictures and edit them to your liking. I know like taking pictures can be very intimidating. Believe me, I've been there. I've been taking pictures for about a few years now actually, and believe me, we all start somewhere, and there are some pictures that I took that I'm like, ooh, that looks good. And then there are other pictures that I took where I'm like, why did I post that? That is so fucking embarrassing. But I do plan to make a blog post about that a little later of like my personal picture journey, because like I said, I did embarrass myself in a few ways. So we will definitely get into that. And sorry for the squeaky chair, like this is like the only chair I have in here, and it's super uncomfortable and it squeaks, which gotta love that. So here is how you are gonna find your inspiration in a way. I feel like everybody finds inspiration in different things, whether it's movies or books or, you know, just different things that they see in like their daily life. But personally, I get my inspiration from Pinterest. I love Pinterest. I absolutely adore it. I'm on it all of the time. It's like something I go on before I go to bed to like calm me down, because I do suffer from anxiety. And it's really just amazing to go through. And I mentioned this on a blog post before. I think it was the one that said, I think I titled it, How I Found My Personal Style and How You Can Too, or something like that. And I mentioned this concept of like making a Pinterest board and just naming it, This Is Me. So I have a Pinterest board, I named it This Is Me, and in like the description I put, I don't chase, I attract. What belongs to me will simply find me. And in it, I just find extremely aesthetic pictures that I want to carry out in my life, like how I want my life to look, how I want to dress, what things I want to own, how are my grades, even down to like just like my nails and my makeup, and like just like if I was to take pictures of like the life that I wanted, it would look like this. And I will put mine up, but I kind of just want to talk about some of the different themes. So when you look at mine, you will see a lot of like black. I love the color black. You will see lots of just beautiful dresses and kind of like lingerie type things in there as well. Longer gloves, definitely cigarettes. Granted, I don't smoke, I don't even vape. I just, if you do, that's cool, but I don't. I just like the aesthetic of it. Just like even things down to organization in my house. Twilight does pop up a lot in my Pinterest board. I love Twilight. It's something about it is addicting, and it is actually a comfort movie of mine. Just as well as brands that I like love, like designers that I love, like Vivienne Westwood. Oh, I love Vivienne Westwood. It's just, I did a whole school project on it in like my fashion and fabrics class, and absolutely in love. So yeah, so that's pretty much kind of the vibe of my This Is Me Pinterest board. And then in return, I take a lot of inspiration from these pictures. Like I include some of these things, and maybe even the poses, as well as the lighting, as well as the scenery, the backgrounds, things like that. And I just, oh, it's so much fun. And I always say, like, I feel like my Instagram is like a role I get to play in a way, because in real life, I do get dressed up, I do kind of have that persona, but on the other hand, like, I like to just lay in my bed and watch TikToks, and I wear sweatpants a lot, and it's not to be like, oh, I'm that girl, like I just like blah blah blah, but it, like I just don't do much, honestly. So this is like my time to like be that person, and I really do take elements from the dark feminine. I love the dark feminine as well as femme fatale. I love those. I love a woman who is confident, she knows what she wants, and she's going to use what she has to get what she wants. And oh, it's amazing to me. It's giving very much like Siren kind of vibe. The girls that get it, and the girls that don't. But yeah, I'm absolutely in love with those right now, and it took me a while to find that, because around quarantine I did get sucked into like the oversaturation indie aesthetic, and if that's your aesthetic, girl, get it. I don't even mind, but like it just wasn't for me, truthfully. So yeah, I don't want to talk about how I take my pictures, and I think it's in here somewhere. Let me close this for a second. Where the fuck is it? Oh. I went to war for a fucking tripod, but it's fine. So I got a tripod around, when was it? Maybe last summer? Yeah, so I got a tripod. It was around like $20-$25. I don't remember exactly. But it works. I mean, it gets the job done. It came with like one of those Bluetooth clickers, but mine died like super fast because I'm stupid and I forgot to turn it off. So, but it's okay. Like, we all make mistakes, and I'm just too lazy to replace the battery. But yeah, this is mine. Kind of like opens up like this, and then you kind of, you know, twist the knob. My dog is crying. And then you like lift it up like this, and then I did bust mine. I don't know how I did it, and I'm always fidgeting with it, so ignore that. But it does come with like a thing that's like so you can stick your phone in. It has been a lifesaver for me personally, because I like to take pictures further away. I'm not a really like selfie kind of gal. I like to take pictures further away so you can see my whole outfit. And I like to take my pictures on my own, so a tripod has been my best friend. But you don't need one, I don't think, and I just think it's been really helpful, honestly. I'm gonna go let my dog out because I think my dog has to go to the bathroom because he's whining. I'm back. So if you do hear licking or just like a weird noise in the background, it is my dog. He is sitting on the ground. I do own a basset hound, so he has like little tiny legs but like big feet, so you might hear him like clonking around. He's unfazed. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. How I take my pictures though. Personally, I like to show my whole outfit. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do kind of like to take more up close, like I'm doing something, but usually I like to take it from further away. So one of my biggest tips though is when you are taking a picture, make sure there is like space above your head. Like when I do have like my friends take my pictures, I'm always like, make sure I have like a lot above my head, because when you go to post that picture, if you don't have space above your head, when you look at the profile, like the grid, your head will be chopped off. So I just think it's really important to make sure that you have space above your head. It's also important to make sure that you have good lighting. I do tend to get around that a little bit because I do like darker, like shadowy type vibes, but I do recommend, you know, kind of better lighting if you can find it, like the sun. I know like some people love the golden hour. You could even try that. I also follow, why did I pronounce it like that? I also follow a lot of other like influencers and things like that. And I get inspiration from that as well. And you know, in the beginning, like when you're posing yourself, you're literally gonna be like, I don't know what to do, like what should I do? Like pose me, like I don't really know what to do, like, and you get shy about it. And that's okay. It takes time to really like learn what poses look best for you. And I really recommend like going on Google and like, not Google, YouTube. Maverick, that's foul. I really recommend like going on YouTube and like Googling like pose ideas for pictures, because there are tons of helpful videos out there, and like how I pose might not be the best for how you pose. So I think that's something that you kind of have to figure out yourself, as well as like your angles. Like that's gonna take time to find out. It took me a long time to figure that out, as well as like posing and stuff like that. And even taking pictures in front of people, like I think I get shy around taking pictures with people, but like I can handle it better now that I've done it for like such a long time. Like I remember I went out with my friend Taylor back at college, and we went up near City Hall, and there's like this strip of like sidewalk, and it was at night. I'm wearing like a corset, and like I just was like posing. I was getting catcalled from like this old man. It was so awkward. All these cars were driving past me. Like I was feeling so embarrassed, but I was like, this is gonna look so good. I have to. Now. Like a lot of people ask me like, where do I get my outfit inspo? Like, how do I get that? Once again, Pinterest. Pinterest is your bestie. Like, I love Pinterest. And that also was a journey within itself, like trying to figure out what silhouette like I like to wear, what patterns look good on me, what colors look good on me. And I decided like black tends to look the best on me, and I like tighter clothes. I like shorter clothes. Like, that's my personal preference, and that doesn't have to be yours. Wear whatever you want, and don't let anybody ruin your vibe. I don't want this video to be too long, because nobody has time for that, but maybe I can kind of give, let me think how I want to do this. Normally when I take pictures, it depends on where I'm standing and how I'm standing, but usually like I always have my tripod like up all the way, or at least maybe down like this much. And I always take pictures like up and down. I don't really like to take pictures like horizontal, but yeah, I like vertical. And I'm trying to think what else. I did have a Bluetooth clicker, and I already told you the story of what happened to that, but also I wasn't the biggest fan of it. And the reason why was sometimes it is so hard to hide that little clicker. Like, it is so hard. So, hi buddy. So I kind of just didn't even, oh my god, I didn't even bother for a while. Do you want to say hi? He's getting old. He's a very old dog. Say hi. Okay, so I gathered a few of like my favorite props. Let me just shove that in there. Yeah. Okay, so my first like favorite prop is like candles. I love a nice candle. And I feel like, especially with the vibe that I'm going for, it can really help boost the kind of like the mysterious vibe of it. Personally, I really like that. Another prop that I really like to use, I don't have one, but I want one so bad. I borrowed my grandmother's, but I want one. One of those like older phones that you just like actually like pick up on the cord really can help a picture. There are some really adorable ones out there, and like it's really nice to kind of like be candid, like you're like kind of doing something, but like it's something fun to add to like a picture. My dad actually made this magazine holder for me, so shout out to my father. But magazines, I love magazines. I actually have a few really cool ones. So I have this Vogue magazine with Gigi Hadid on it. She's one of my favorite models, but Bella Hadid has my whole heart. I am in love with Bella Hadid. She's one of my absolute favorite models of all time. I also have this, I got the GQ Robert Pattinson magazine. Like, look how fine that man is. Anyways, and then I'm not opening this one, but I actually do have a Playboy magazine. It's just I've noticed it pop up a lot in my aesthetic, and I was like, you know what, I think it's time. And I got this one off of, I think, eBay, and I think it's pretty good quality, honestly. So yes. And then another prop that I do tend to use a lot, or I want to, is this vintage little suitcase. Like, look how cute she is. I thrifted her. I'm in love. I've always wanted one for like a very long time, and like some like resellers like sell them for like around like $20, but like even on Facebook Marketplace people sell them for a lot more. But I got this one at I forget what thrift store it was. It was up in Lidditz. $6, and it's in such great condition, and I was the happiest woman alive. So yeah, those props, they do tend to like show up a lot in my pictures, because how I like my pictures, I like it candid, but I don't like it like super candid, because I do like to be posed, but I don't like to be too posed. Another thing that I do like to use a lot is like playing cards and like dice. I like the colors, because I like black, red, and white are like my absolute favorite colors. They do tend to pop up in my pictures a lot. That's why I always have like a red lip in a lot of my pictures. And yeah, so if you're not for the props, that's all right, but I feel like if you invest in a few of like really cool things that match your aesthetic, like, you are golden. So another thing that I totally completely forgot about, which, come on now, where are some good places to take some pictures? And I do plan to go more in depth with this video. This is kind of like a quick overview of how I do some things, but I do plan to take concepts from this video and really go deep in them when I get like in my blog later. But some really awesome places to take pictures are like parking garages. On top of parking garages, I think the view is absolutely stunning. If you're from Philly, y'all know about the Trader Joe's parking lot. I'm in love with that place. I'm trying to think where else. Just even parks with scenery, have a cute little picnic moment, thrift stores, record stores, any store that you think is like very like your vibe, very aesthetic, in front of amazing and beautiful architecture, and even in your own room, I think are some like really cool places. Even grocery stores, you can take some in there. Just like get out there, experiment. Some pictures you're gonna look bad in. Some days you're gonna feel like shit and be like, oh my god, like I just look awful, like I'm so upset. Why aren't they turning out the way that I thought they would? Believe me, I've been there. But it does get better, and you do get better, and I've personally noticed a difference between my pictures from when I was like 14, 15 to now as a 19-year-old. And I've seen a lot of growth within that as well, and I'm very happy and fortunate that I've gotten to take that time to learn and figure out what works best for me and what doesn't work that well for me. And I wish y'all the best of luck as well, because like I know it can be scary, I know it can be intimidating, and like sometimes you're like, oh, like I'm not photogenic, like I don't know how to pose. Stop beating up on yourself. You can do it. Like, and if you have any questions, please ask me. You can ask me on my Instagram at h.sawyer. And you can even, I think you can chat with me through my blog. I'm pretty sure you can. So if you have any questions, please ask me. Like, stay updated on my Instagram. I promise I'm going to be posting more. But also, if you do take these tips and you apply them, please send them to me, because I would love to put you on my followers portion of my blog. I like want you to feel proud of your pictures, and I want to showcase the people that support my blog. And if you're totally down for that, like, I'd love to put you up there, and I don't care if you're a man, a woman, or whatever you identify as. I really do not mind. So yeah, please send them in. I'd love to put y'all up there. This one app has saved my entire life when it comes to pictures. It is my best friend. I love it. It's called Lens Buddy. It's free. And you just download it on your phone, and then you just like set your phone up somewhere and you hit the start button and it will like count down. But what's unique about this app is it's not like one of those where you have to like click the button and then you run and then you're like, you click the button, you walk, and you just start posing, and it will keep taking pictures. And you can specify at what speed you'd like it, and how many pictures do you want it to take until it like stops. Personally, I'm the kind of gal that likes either 0.5 seconds or 1 second, as well as until I stop it, because I know when I'm ready to like I think I've gotten enough. So I really recommend that app like more than anything. Okay, so I just clicked into Lens Buddy, and now I'm going to check and see if all the settings are the way that I like them. So the timer speed is 1 second, and the number of photos to take is until I stop it, because it makes me feel like I have more control, and I know when I'm going to take a good picture or not. And so now it's counting down, and it's taking pictures every 1 second until I stop it. Pretty self-explanatory, but I just wanted you kind of to see what's going on. And then I'm going to go into my gallery, pick out a picture, and then save it to my camera roll. And then I'm going to take that image and go into Meitu. Meitu's a great photo editing app. I've used it ever since I was probably 14, and I click Beautify, and then this is a place to kind of edit anything that you please. I don't really edit my pictures much, but I was not blessed with clear skin, so I do tend to edit those blemishes a little bit, because that's just my personal preference. And then to smoothen out the skin, I do sometimes, not always though, but this is kind of to show as an example. And then I'm going to go into my next app, which I used to edit, and that is Snapseed. So I'm going to click add, like open a photo, and then hit tune image. And then I don't really have like a set, vibe, or like, what do they do that on Visco? Like recipe? Yeah, I don't have that. I just kind of like wing it and like, oh, that looks okay. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I'm going to click the check mark when I'm done, and then export. If you stayed this long, I adore you. But also, that's the end of the video. Please send me your submissions. Please like the video, and also if you have any questions or any feedback, please let me know. I think you can chat through me through my blog, to me through my blog, and DM me on Instagram at h.sawyer, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. But yeah, bye loves, I'll miss you.